A push to crack down on fraud is unfolding tonight at both our state capitol and in Washington, D.C. The Trump administration said this afternoon it's going to pause millions of dollars in Medicaid funding to our state over all of the fraud, they say. Here at home, our lawmakers this afternoon unveiled a plan of their own. Here's Sammy.
A busy day for fraud politics in Minnesota started with an announcement from Attorney General Keith Ellison.
When people commit Medicaid fraud, they're stealing from all of us.
Alongside DFL lawmakers, Ellison introduced a bill similar to a failed effort in 2025, expanding his office's ability to investigate fraud. The Medicaid Fraud Control Unit currently has 32 staff members. They're asking for 18 additional workers and additional expanded powers.
The MAP Act adds more legal tools to help investigate, prosecute major fraud schemes, like adding Medicaid fraud to our racketeering laws, giving our office the ability to subpoena financial records that we currently don't have and rely on county attorneys to do.
They're asking for an extra $1.2 million a year. Ellison says the feds would match every Minnesota dollar 3-to-1.
Every single dollar of fraud is unacceptable.
Ellison's effort is part of a package of anti-fraud bills announced by the DFL. That includes more background checks, updating IT systems, approving the divisive Office of Inspector General bill, and moving away from privatization of government services.
Adds in people who are not subject to public audits, and it makes it easier for these fraudsters to use these schemes against our public programs. And so we want to make sure that we reverse that trend toward privatization.
GOP floor leader Harry Niska, who authored his own anti-fraud bill, isn't on board with the deprivatization push.
This administration has been characterized by incompetence in almost every department. And so the idea that we would necessarily think the answer is to shift more responsibility into within departments that have been characterized by incompetence, that's not the solution either.
But he does see a bipartisan future in some initiatives.
Well, it's good that we finally are seeing the House DFL at least talk the talk on fraud. And it's good to see that they have it looks like they have changed their position on some of the things that we've had to fight for, in terms of making sure that local governments have the updates to software programs and things like that.
Sammy Solina, KARE 11 News.
Hopefully get that bipartisan cooperation on fraud and get it sooner rather than later. We'll be right back.